Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome back to my basement as I watch and react to for the first time. We're at season 3, episode 10 of Deadwood, and the snow globe was shook up. Pieces are flying everywhere, and I don't know where they're going to land. The children have moved locations of their school in what I could only call the freakiest damn parade ever. On the surface, it's just very simple. The children are marching together from one end of the thoroughfare to the other, sticking together because the thoroughfare can be a kind of a crazy place. Busy. It's busy. And yet I felt like it was such a spectacle and every eye was on them. Like what? Like it wasn't a few eyes were like, oh, here's the school children, how sweet. And some of it was just creepy. Followed up with amateur night, which again should be just a night of revelry and enjoyment because nothing much else happens in town besides work, 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 and drink, drink, drink. So let's have a bit of fun. And yet I was waiting the whole time for somebody to be shot because we had Cy alone until he went and tracked down Joni because he was bored. And then we had Seth alone in his office, just waiting for him to get shot. And then we had Al alone singing what was on his wall, a stag, a bison, I don't know, singing alone. Who was it? Somebody said it quite brilliantly. Michael Henny, the Economist, was mentioning how Al was doing his own little amateur night to himself in the bar. I was just waiting for someone to come in, guns a-blazing. The Earps came into town and they've left town so quickly. Was that it? Was that it for them? Okay. And it sounds as if Hearst is packing men into the area so that they can vote or fight or both. I feel as if a little voter suppression is in the works. But I guess we'll just have to watch and see what happens. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've been having a good time traveling back along this series with me. So I'm gonna get nice and cozy with my big cozy blanket. Got a glass of wine on standby because it is time to relax. So let's have fun for this next 20 minutes or so. Thanks, and let's get to it. Oh, this one was written by W. Earl Brown? Interesting.
One wonders, sir, if last evening installed in your hostel a woman of exotic appearance.
What would your business with her be if she had?
To hear my fortune told.
There'll be none of that on these premises.
Nor were those my true intentions. Your query is impertinent. Is the lady here?
To see.
As your faith must prescribe receiving bribes, credit the 5 toward her stay.
Oh yeah, Odell has died. Oh, that's right.
You know I'll notify you first word from the freight office about your boy's remains.
All right.
Just announce that in front of everyone, why don't you?
I thought the evening went well.
And what about that beautiful harem dance by that darling little dark-haired prostitute?
Did they choke her?
My God.
Oh, my duck. Oh, wow. That was... What? Oh, wow. Jumped to her rescue.
Get your fucking head down! Get to the fucking schoolhouse! Particular attention at Foundland! Why Bullock and Sturgis?
Oh, Bullocks and Sturgis? Well, that's comforting.
It's horrible being shot at. Never gets no better. Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm leaving you to her.
Thank you, Mr. Sawyer.
Who
at her.
Who the fuck knows Hearst? Her first husband's family? They both work with the fucking Pinkertons. Maybe they're now allied.
Someone should see to the child as her fucking heir.
Being looked to. Get Tom Nuttall. Cheyenne's off.
God damn it!
Pack, unpack, repack. Whoever you're intended to fuck, send monies to bring her here. Collect fucking Ellsworth. Nothing of her being shot at.
What am I to say I'm collecting him for?
Just knock him out and bring him in.
Now, Blazanov sent the telegram to the sheriff so as Merrick could come do his part. Should I relieve Adams at the schoolhouse?
Please.
I love how Charlie's taking his orders from Al.
Let Adams come back here. Be available for whatever nefarious fucking carryings on you assign him, because I do not take orders from you.
Sure you don't.
I rarely eat before noon.
Maybe you just ain't find what you like to eat yet.
Get out, Jewel.
Did you ever have bacon?
I very well might.
Bye, Jewel.
Thank you.
She somersaulted and ate.
What plate did she eat from?
She ate from them fucking both.
Oh.
Jerry, my holdings butt up against hers. Haven't I reason to nudge her toward a sale?
Men of a certain caliber cannot allow fastidious morality to distract them from the exigencies of commerce, can they, Mr. Hearst? You are Socrates to my Alcibiades, taking it upon yourself to edify me.
Are you saying you want to fuck me?
What?
Yeah, in a
Calling
sense.
yourself Alcibiades to my Socrates? Are you proposing some sort of a homosexual connection between us?
I forgot that part of the story.
Hearst needs to grow the fuck up, but take the no and move on.
The troops in Sturgis will await your instructions.
Thank you very much.
Troops are also in Sturgis. Where Seth is in Sturgis.
What are you doing here?
Too afraid to explain. He's got a note pinned to him now.
Take it off him. Then stick him in the eye with a fucking pin.
I don't mean it.
Nothing's going on. And then tell him, if I wanted to tell you anything, I'd have told you. Don't send the imbecile over with no more notes.
I can't remember all that.
Can you remember nothing's going on?
Yes.
Tell him that then.
Thank you.
Poor man. Ellsworth.
The Mrs. Ellsworth was shot at?
Got her upstairs.
What's wrong with Ellsworth?
How do Borden's wife put that fight together? Same with this, too. Fucking shots at her, fore and aft.
Wants to see he's made people afraid, so he knows he's a fucking big shot.
Exactly fucking correct, Tom. You being my missing fifth, the equal of 10 of Hearst's fucking mercenaries, and Bullock. No fucking slouch either.
Well, her Jew's got sand if you tell him.
I'd trust the fucking wire to Cheyenne if I knew someone to send it to.
As far as that, there's Hawkeye.
Oh!
We're told never to say his name.
Well, now I did.
If she'd complete her walk to the bank, she'd confound this motherless cunt.
We could release you to other responsibilities, Mr. Utter, and I could run get you if they headed up.
Assuming the unlikely need.
So what we've noticed about Jane does a lot of talking.
That's how you have to fucking deal with them.
But then when she's actually confronted with potential violence, she runs. We noticed that last episode. Oh my gosh, they did hog tie Ellsworth. But we noticed that last episode with Cy, she was like, and ran to get Mose. And then episode, 2 or 3, when Al was gonna almost kill Sophia, Jane was there and she freaked out and ran. So will she turn a corner?
The shot's author had designed Mr. Ellsworth had been moved to take steps, or Sheriff Bullock would. That'd justify a violent answer.
The author being Mr. Hearst.
I'd ask you, accepting the premise that you were bait, not quarry, complete your walk to the bank.
I'd be glad if you'd join me at the bank in a few minutes' time. Having made my way to the bank alone.
Why in heaven's name would you want to do that?
To bid defiance to him who shot at me.
I got an idea who had you shot at. Wouldn't mind killing him even if I'm wrong.
I hope instead you'd have dinner tonight with Sophia and me.
I'd not have you step one more foot forward, Ellsworth.
She's walking right down the center of that thoroughfare. You know how I roll.
Mr. Swearingen.
Last man took a note for you to Swearingen, wound up dead.
This note's import's more innocuous. Will it make you less afraid to read it?
I ain't afraid. I guess I made a poor joke. Thanks from all for your rescue of Mrs. Ellsworth. Who could have shot at her? Do you wish her guarded at the bank with the sheriff away? I saw you let her walk alone. Answer via bearer.
You don't read easily, do you?
Why don't you come to my office while I compose my reply? How well do you know the other guy? That my man Dougherty killed the captain.
We served in the 69th New York.
Distress you? When my man downed your friend?
Let me tell you something, Mr. Swearingen. You don't scare me. I will tell you this. I didn't like what happened to Joe Turner. Mr. Hearst came to him and said, make it last. And I think that was halfway selfish of Mr. Hearst, whereas Joe could have killed your man and didn't, and look how it wound up. But that's as much as I feel like saying, and that's neither here nor fucking there.
Is it now?
And I'll tell you this. You don't seem halfway like such a halfway bad fucking person. So should I tell Mr. Hearst that there's no message?
Oh! Yes. Oh! You shoot at a fucking woman? Beat that poor newspaper bastard? Scare that Chinese with your fucking horses? Oh! Oh! How many ribs you think you broke?
I feel like I broke 2 or 3 ribs.
Not enough for him. Not enough.
Newspaper man's ribs, you fucking cunt.
Oh my gosh, let him toss him off the balcony. If he tosses him off that balcony. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I prayed it would pass, but it's a constant fucking sore spot and throb.
Why is this here now? Why is this here now? And he wrote it down.
I beg you, release your man stallion from his he-stable for another gallop round the ring.
He's stable. You will never find the words he's stable in any of my books.
Perfect. We'll be waiting.
Listen to me.
Oh God.
And I'll tell you one fucking thing.
One more fucking thing.
All right. Then I'm not gonna say fucking anything. What do you think of that? Oh! You said for more guts.
Well, he knows that.
For more Pinkertons.
Yes, we knew that.
On the way. And I told you that.
I already
knew. If he finds out I told you.
Don't worry.
You won't tell him? He's got 25 more guns coming, 25 Pinkertons. When they get here, he's gonna move on the camp.
Okay.
Before or after the elections?
I don't know. Please don't hurt me.
Oh, Pumpkin, you're gonna be more than hurt.
Come on, don't give up hope.
Oh. 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 Oh, that's twisted.
Passing a little wind.
Mr. Hearst.
Have you enjoyed yourself today, Farnham?
You seem distraught.
I am not! I await an outcome, and the readying for it wearies me.
Fine.
Ew.
Don't you want to wipe that off?
No?
Dude, this man needs a better hobby.
Regret my coming back and finding that you had cleaned your face.
Shake him now! Just shake him now! Bullies need to be shanked.
Dan, Johnny.
He doesn't want you to dirty your hands.
Just trying to frighten you a little. Encouraging you to chat. Anything you want to say else before I let you rest? Knowing I don't sit upon you in judgment. Did he come to you by a different path, Mr. Hurst?
What are you talking about?
Your man went out the back of my fucking place.
He has not returned.
Jesus Christ, maybe he was telling the truth. But he was lighting out for fucking Bismarck. Did you and he have some kind of misunderstanding, sir, that he took for pretext the letters delivered to make his fucking escape? Well, then I say, Mr. Hurst...
Hey, downplay a little bit. Downplay a little bit more, Al.
Whoa.
No shit. Oh God, here comes Seth. Oh no. Oh no.
What's going on, Charlie?
I dreamed last night I was clambering up a fucking creek bank till I cleared the bank and come face to face with Charlie Utter's ugly mug. Jane, fucking Charlie says to me, don't you know this is the night you couldn't look out for that little girl? The swear engine come in and scared you, and you went down to the creek to weep. That's where the fuck you're coming from. Charlie says to me, any evenings in your life you made mistakes, remember, where even evenings you was as most ashamed as you ever thought you could ever be, are able to wind up, and don't fucking only remember the middle of the fucking dream!
Hurst! He's doing it again.
Situation being fluid and not likely to get less so for a while, I went ahead and reordered Hames. I went ahead and assumed whoever finally takes delivery over might want a restock of Hames, so I ordered them.
Let us give thanks.
Oh, sweet Jesus. I knew it was gonna end there. So that went a long way around to get where it was going. So funny thing was, Al, they knew more men were coming. I guess specifically they didn't know how many, but it was just a confirmation. Bricks means people. So something I was reflecting on recently that I found odd was the turn the show took in season 2. So season 1, we had Al, we had Seth, we had the whole Garrett claim and Alma involved, and then Seth and Alma and everything, and then beginning of season 2, Cy got involved. So it was just kind of them rolling along, trying to get what they needed, however they could, or what they wanted. Trying to get whatever they wanted, however they could. And then for some reason in season 2, the show went in a completely different direction. We lost the whole Seth Alma thing altogether, just done. And the Cy and Al battle never really happened because Hearst came in, and then it became the Hearst show. And it's been the Hearst show. And so on the one hand, I kind of like how everybody who was kind of against each other in season 1 banded together to fight a common foe. I like it and I don't like it. And that's what I find odd. Because all the things that were kind of starting up with season 1 never really got resolved. They just kind of lived with it and shifted and moved on, which I guess is fine. I don't know, I just find it odd. It just kind of pokes at me that we didn't really get any closure. We didn't get closure on any of it. It just kind of ended and there it went. I like a wee bit more closure, would have been nice. Because the Hearst show, for me, it's dragging on a lot. And I like the pace to pick up. But no, so again, knowing and not knowing that they didn't know they weren't gonna have a season 4. You kind of sort of have to write as if you are guaranteed no sequels. You have to write the book without the guarantee that there's going to be a second book or a third book or a 7th book. You have to write your series of televisions as if you're not going to get renewed. That's always been my opinion. I think it's a more satisfying experience if you have some closure as you go along. And I guess the fact that they were given a movie to kind of wrap up things was nice. But the pacing on this season is just a little slow. And the little moments of crazy pants help. The moments of crazy pants do help a little bit. I just wish it was a wee bit faster. Okay, but we got Al being Al again. Which is terrible and great, and it's great. It's terrible. I thought for sure he was gonna have the guy give him the option to kill himself so that Hearst, because his option was Al kills him. No, Al's not gonna kill him. This guy was gonna have to somehow hobble back to Hearst, and Hearst would know he gave up some goods and that Hearst would kill him. So it's either have Hearst kill him or he'll kill himself. I thought that's where Al was going with it, not that he was just going to slit his throat. Diabolical. Okay, so we just have what? Two more to go before the movie? 2 more to go before the movie. When Trixie's got a gun, she's going against somebody. I don't know who, but I want you to come back with me when I find out. So thank you so much for joining me on this venture. Don't forget to come back to see me again soon. And please take care of yourselves. Stretch your body. I hope this was your 5 seconds of joy, and I'd like to see you again. So until next time, y'all.